Imagine waking up tomorrow with twice the money you have today. Your bank account is suddenly overflowing. Bills? Gone. Vacations? Unlimited. Shopping carts? Always full. Sounds like happiness, right? But here's the twist. Research shows that beyond a certain point, more money doesn't automatically equal more joy. In fact, some of the wealthiest people report feeling just as stressed, anxious, or unfulfilled as those with far less. So the real question isn't, can money buy happiness? It's how much money actually matters, and when does it stop making a difference? In this video, we'll explore the psychology, the science, and the lived experiences behind money and happiness. You'll learn why financial security matters, why chasing endless wealth can backfire, and what truly drives lasting satisfaction. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and you'll walk away with a clearer, more grounded perspective on the role money plays in your happiness. The link between money and happiness has fascinated thinkers for centuries. Philosophers debated whether wealth corrupts or liberates. Economists studied how income shapes well-being. Psychologists asked, does financial comfort translate into emotional comfort? In the mid-20th century, researchers began measuring happiness systematically. Surveys asked people about life satisfaction, then compared answers to income levels. Early findings suggested a clear pattern: poverty reduces happiness, while higher income improves it, up to a point. One landmark study in the 1970s introduced the idea of a satiation point. The researchers noticed that once basic needs were met, food, shelter, healthcare, extra income had diminishing returns. People earning more didn't necessarily report being happier. Fast forward to today, and the conversation continues. Some studies argue happiness plateaus around a certain income threshold. Others suggest the relationship is more complex, influenced by culture, expectations, and personal values. At the same time, society often equates success with wealth. Media highlights luxury lifestyles. Social platforms showcase curated images of abundance. This creates pressure to believe that happiness lies in earning more, buying more, owning more. But history and science remind us, money is a tool, not a guarantee. It can reduce stress by covering essentials. It can open doors to experiences. Yet it can also fuel comparison, anxiety, and endless striving. Understanding this balance between money as necessity and money as pursuit is key to answering our question, does more money really make you happier? Now let's really dig into the heart of the question, does more money actually make you happier? To answer, we need to look at the psychology, the research, and the lived experiences that reveal how money interacts with human well-being. 1. Security and stability, the foundation of happiness. Money matters most when it covers essentials. If you're constantly worried about rent, groceries, or medical bills, that stress overshadows everything else. Financial insecurity is strongly linked to anxiety, depression, and lower life satisfaction. Think of happiness as a house. Without a solid foundation, food, shelter, healthcare, the walls wobble. Money provides that foundation. When you can pay bills without fear, happiness rises. You gain mental bandwidth to focus on relationships, goals, and joy. This is why poverty reduction programs often show dramatic improvements in well-being. It's not luxury that changes lives, it's stability. Once basic needs are met, the conversation shifts from survival to fulfillment. 2. The plateau effect, diminishing returns. Beyond essentials, the impact of money flattens. Studies suggest happiness increases with income up to a threshold, then levels off. The exact number varies by country and cost of living, but the principle holds: once you're comfortable, extra income doesn't guarantee extra joy. Why? Because happiness depends on relative gains, not absolute numbers. If your income rises but so does everyone else's, you may not feel richer. Comparison erodes satisfaction. Someone earning $80,000 in a modest town may feel wealthier than someone earning $200,000 in a high-cost city surrounded by millionaires. This plateau effect explains why billionaires aren't proportionally happier than millionaires. The leap from struggling to stable is huge. The leap from wealthy to ultra-wealthy? Much smaller. 3. The hedonic treadmill, adaptation at work. Psychologists describe the hedonic treadmill. Humans adapt quickly to improvements. Buy a new car, and the thrill fades after weeks. Move into a bigger house, and soon it feels normal. This adaptation means money can boost happiness temporarily, but the effect wears off. The treadmill keeps us chasing more, believing the next purchase will bring lasting joy. But unless money is tied to deeper meaning, the cycle repeats. That's why people often feel restless despite rising incomes. The treadmill never stops. 4. Experiences versus things, where money works best. Research shows experiences bring more lasting happiness than material goods. Vacations, concerts, shared meals, these create memories and social bonds. Objects, by contrast, lose novelty. Money spent on experiences often yields higher satisfaction. Why? Because experiences connect us to others, reinforce identity, and remain vivid in memory. A luxury watch may impress briefly, but a trip with loved ones can spark joy for years. This insight reshapes how we think about spending. It's not about denying yourself material comfort, it's about prioritizing experiences that enrich life beyond the moment. 5. Autonomy and choice, freedom as happiness. Money can increase happiness when it expands autonomy. Having choices, where to live, what work to pursue, how to spend time, boosts well-being. Autonomy fosters a sense of control, which is central to happiness. If wealth creates obligations, managing assets, meeting expectations, it can reduce freedom. The balance lies in using money to support choices, not dictate them. For example, financial independence can allow someone to pursue creative work, travel, or spend more time with family. That autonomy often matters more than the raw number in the bank account. 6. Social comparison, the happiness thief. Humans are wired to compare. We measure ourselves against peers. Money amplifies this tendency. If you earn less than colleagues, dissatisfaction grows, even if your income covers all needs. Social media intensifies comparison. Seeing curated images of luxury lifestyles can trigger envy. This doesn't mean money itself reduces happiness, but the way we perceive relative wealth matters. Breaking free from comparison, valuing personal goals over external benchmarks, helps money serve happiness rather than undermine it. It's not easy, but it's essential. 7. Cultural and personal values, context matters. The money-happiness link varies across cultures. In societies with strong social safety nets, income differences may matter less. In cultures emphasizing material success, wealth may carry more weight. Personal values also shape the relationship. If you value community, creativity, or spirituality, money may play a smaller role. If you equate success with financial achievement, money may feel central. Recognizing your values clarifies how money fits into your happiness equation. For some, wealth is a tool. For others, it's the scoreboard. The difference matters. 8. Wealth and stress, the hidden burden. Ironically, wealth can increase stress. Managing investments, protecting assets, or navigating expectations can be overwhelming. High earners often face longer hours, greater responsibilities, and less leisure. This doesn't mean wealth is bad, it means happiness depends on how money is managed. If wealth supports balance and purpose, it can enhance life. Stories of wealthy individuals feeling trapped by obligations remind us more money can mean more complexity, not more peace. 9. Generosity and connection, the joy of giving. One of the most powerful findings in happiness research, giving money away often brings more joy than spending it on yourself. Acts of generosity, donations, gifts, support, strengthen social bonds and create meaning. Money used to help others transforms into connection. That connection, more than personal consumption, drives lasting happiness. Think of the satisfaction of funding a scholarship, supporting a friend, or contributing to a cause. The happiness generated often outweighs the pleasure of personal purchases. 10. The role of time is money as a resource. Money interacts with time. If wealth allows you to buy time, outsourcing chores, reducing commute, freeing hours for family, it boosts happiness. Time is finite, and using money to reclaim it is powerful. Conversely, if wealth consumes time, long hours, constant management, it can reduce happiness. The key is aligning money with time priorities. Happiness grows when money supports time spent on meaningful activities. 11. The big picture, beyond income. So, does more money make you happier? The answer is nuanced. Money matters, especially for security, autonomy, and experiences. But beyond a threshold, its impact diminishes. Happiness depends more on relationships, purpose, and values than on income alone. The key is intentionality. Use money to reduce stress, create experiences, and support others. Avoid the trap of endless comparison or consumption. Recognize that happiness is multidimensional, and money is just one piece. Here's the bottom line: money can make you happier, but only up to a point. It buys security, freedom, and opportunities. But beyond covering essentials, its power fades. Lasting happiness comes from how you use money, not how much you have. Spend on experiences, not just things. Value autonomy over status. Share generosity to build connection. And most importantly, resist the treadmill of endless comparison. So the next time you wonder if earning more will make you happier, pause. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? How can I use the resources I already have to support joy, meaning, and connection? Because happiness isn't found in the number on your paycheck, it's found in the way you live, the people you love, and the choices you make. And that's a perspective worth holding on to, no matter how much money you have. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.